What's going on, everybody? Welcome to BMT. What's going on, Nacho? What's going on? I gotta have Nacho. I gotta set up something for me and you to sit down and have a conversation. Nacho, always keeping it correct. I gotta actually get your channel, Nacho, and literally actually sit down with you and have a discussion. Like I said, I'm be bringing people over from different sectors of life, work, and networking. Because I'm a businessman, and anytime it's an opening stage to have business, this is what YouTube is for. I'm going to definitely do it. So I brought on one of my good friends and good little buddies that literally I'm watching him grow and develop, and I'm so very proud of him. What's going on, T Black? If y'all like the content, share the content. Let's fight shadow banning, monetization, and different other stuff that are coming against us, man. Like I said, I got you. You know what I'm saying? We want to have the conversation, man. And I don't mind showing y'all the size of property management and building and stuff. Right now, I'm getting one of the houses bombed right now, and you know how much that costs? $638. Let me know when y'all start feeling frisky and y'all want to donate to that. But one of a kind type of men who's coming up here, who has zero tolerance for excuses. So I named it No Excuse. I'm young, hardworking American, and successful. What's your excuse? I feel like that is something he probably would want to say, especially if he was making a title. And that's pretty much where we're coming at with this. In this, because now this is a free market game. Either you are willing to go in and compete and fight or not. We got to ask ourselves the question, and we have it where there are people such as the young brother coming on, and we're gonna have this talk. So I'm bringing in the one, the only. He's already been on more than once, and a lot of people have been riled up under their skin by him. Mr. Zardell McKnight. Business owner, family man, a God-fearing man, a proud American. So I gladly bring you on, Zardell. What's going on, man? Let's have the talk.
Not much, man. Just thinking about from the previous panels and things that have just been said and watching people in the background. As you say, I'm looking at all the excuses that they're doing. They say they're successful, but they're blaming everybody else for their downfall. Something's not adding up right here. The math is off.
Now, Zardell, you're a self-made businessman, and a young man at that. Why do you think a lot of people come at you about hey man, that race rhetoric is no excuse? Like, I'm out here getting it. Why do you think that they come at you and attack you so much?
I guess, I would put it as in a way of what Dr. Carson would say. People want to keep black men in a box, and you have to fit a certain narrative. And when you don't fit that certain narrative, such as myself, such as yourself, being a black, independent thinking Christian male who's a business owner who just takes no frills or excuses doing what you need to do, better yourself. If you don't fit that narrative, they'll just come after and gun after you. You've seen that time and time again with me. I somehow get under people's skins and I don't say much. I say what I need to say. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
Okay. Now, question, and what's up to everyone in the chat? Now, brother, since I've known you, you not only just started not just one business, but literally two. I repeat,
Yep.
2 businesses. What are those 2 businesses that you started?
So I'm gonna give you an update on that also. It's still 2 businesses. I just switched the second one around. I was doing an independent contracting. That kind of fell apart due to COVID. That's out of my power. So I just switched it off and just went into another food business. I just said, okay. I just keep changing my bracket. I just do what I need to do. I cook barbecue, and I'm going to be eventually doing a bakery eventually.
Wow. Now, in talking to you about that, because like I said, we've shown our metal. It's safe to say a lot of us younger men that are doing these kind of things, and women. I don't want to just say just men and women. I don't just want to just say men, but also even women. We're out here fighting and literally competing. Why is it that your standard of literally, why aren't you using, your card, your black card, or any type of saying that, hey man, like you're oppressed or anything? I'm just asking you about that. I know whenever you hear that, you get pretty upset or irritated by that.
Why do I get irritated by it? Because it's just an excuse, honestly. Your race is only skin deep. When you get past that, you're red on the inside, just like everybody else.
Okay.
And the thing is that, you blame white people for what you do. Well, that argument it will make sense to the eye of the unknown, the eye of the ignorant. But if you really look at it and you see non-American black, I guess black immigrants, your Africans, your blacks from Europe or the Latin American countries, they come over here and they live sometimes 15 deep in the house, nothing. Some of them might have money. The whole point is they come over here, they have a sense of direction, and they go and get it done. They make no excuses. They don't blame their race for it. They come and go and get the job done. And the thing is, they come doctor, lawyers, engineers, businessmen, and women. And the thing is that when Black Americans, what makes it so bad for Black Americans, because you have everything. You grew up with everything, but yet you still want to blame someone else because of your own downfalls. No, it's because you want to be lazy. It's because you want free handouts. You want free everything, free welfare, free everything. Now, there's certain cases where welfare really does help people. But there's a lot of cases where people just want the free food and just be complacent in where they are. And a lot of Black Americans, I feel personally, in my opinion, are complacent. Now, there are that select few who want to open up a business. I don't think they're complacent. I think they're bright people. I think they're very smart people. I think Black Americans are smart, but just lazy.
Now,
they're just existent.
Now, in doing all of that, and I will also want to, T Black, don't mind me. T Black said, you young guys have changed our course and teach ownership. My generation screwed up. I would ask you, you from the time you've been bucking with a lot of older generation. Why is that? I mean, why do you fight a lot with the older generation about, a lot of the said stuff? Why is it that happening?
I don't know. I guess they want me to be an idiot and them live vicariously out of me. And I have no idea why. If they mess up, that's on them. It's just like to the comment, I have to teach other people ownership. I don't really have to teach anybody anything because I'm out here getting mine, and you got to go out here and get yours too. And the thing is that I am not my brother's keeper. Sorry, it's just not. If you're not a believer in Christ, then I am really not your keeper. my brothers and sisters in Christ are people who are of all races and nationality, but what unites us is Jesus. I don't unite by color of skin. I unite by mentality and faith.
Okay.
Same thing with the whole kneeling thing. I cannot kneel before any other God. So don't ask me to kneel during the anthem. I will stand and respect the things those who are fallen, both black and white. I'll do what I need to do as a young man to do diligence of myself.
Okay.
You
Now,
know,
right
asking I just don't beg and pander.
now, with the way that this country is going right now, and they're bringing up a lot of injustices and stuff. Um, I'm
Are they
you
really injustices?
no, I mean, don't think they have a valid point? I'm just asking. You don't think that the stuff that they're bringing up about the defunding of the police or the system is not always fair? I mean, different cultures have brought that up.
Mm.
Why do you see that as that's just some sort of excuse?
Well, 90% of people today have no descendants to a direct descendants to slave. It's like 10%, such as yourself, because I believe your goal I get you, right? So you
Yes.
actually have a straight direct lineage to it. You actually are tied to the land. But the average black person, such as myself, is not exactly tied to the land. Now, I could be due to where my dad is from and where his family is from generations back, which does go to the Carolinas also. So it
Mhm.
depends. For me, I could be an actual ADOS person, but I don't really focus on that. I just focus on myself because we're all mutts. We're all mixed up in this nation. We're literally a melting pot. And the thing is to blame today's generation on something that happened 400 years ago, or honestly 200 years ago,
Right.
is it's a waste of time. No one was alive today back then. No one was. No one has experienced slavery. No one has experienced real racism as in what my parents went through. Where the crosses are burnt in their yard. Where my grandfather had to fight World War II for rights that weren't even his and have died before he got his rights. So it's like you telling me, oh, the
No, I think you cut out, Ronnie. I mean, no, you cut out. Okay. All right. He has another feed. All right. Let me go ahead and switch that out.
sorry about that.
All right. It's okay. It's okay. Now,
But
all
yeah,
right.
there's no excuses.
Right. Um. So I would want to ask this. Um. When it comes to um when it comes to doggone self development, uh, what did you have to do to learn how to have self development in yourself? What were you doing?
I actually, at first, I was just lackluster and lazy. I mean, I'm not gonna put it any other way. I was a lazy mofo. But the thing is that you grow up, life hits, and it took a couple of times people just bring me aside, complete strangers outside of my parents. I didn't listen to my parents, so it's like when you have to have strangers tell you you need to get your stuff together, it hits a little different. It's embarrassing. Actually, it's actually embarrassing. You don't want to keep going through that. It's embarrassing. So I just got it together and just said, okay, I need to go and do what I need to do as a young man. Mommy and daddy's not going to hold my hand anymore. And
Right.
they haven't hold my hand since 18 years old. I literally had to go homeless because of choices I made.
Wow.
And those set choices, I had to pretty much dig my own self out. I literally used to sleep on the sidewalk and work a temp labor job. So if I can do that, then I can do just about anything I want. And I've gotten here. Even when I moved to Iowa on $50. I didn't have anything else. I had $50 to my name and 2 bags and an Xbox. I brought that and I doubled all of that. Now I have an apartment. Now I'm having 2 businesses. I'm doing everything I can. That's why I said when people tell me, oh, the white man this, white man that, I said, no, you need to get your shit together. Excuse me my language, but you need to get your stuff together and actually have the right frame of mind. Don't call me Uncle Tom because you can't get yourself together. It's not my problem. It's your problem.
So, how do you feel? Okay, so if if that's happening, and what you're saying is true, don't you think there's other so-called young individuals that are doing the same, or no? Are y'all all? Are there more people doing that, or you just think that you're just one of the minorities that are doing that?
I'm one of the minorities that's doing it. The average young person just wants to party or something. I don't know what they really want. All I know, I see them on TikTok and I don't even care. I'm not really paying attention to them, so I really can't say honestly. I
Okay.
mean, all I know is that like my business partners are close to my age. You know, the people I get my wood from, people I get meats from, people I've connected with. They're young, they're in their mid 20s. You know, we're all in our mid 20s doing our thing because I'm 23 now. I'm starting to go in my mid 20s.
Wow.
We're just doing our thing. But and we said the same thing. I was like, man, our generation is kind of lackluster. You know, they want to be on
Right.
Instagram all the time.
True.
It's like that lady you see on video, you know, with the Black Lives Matter thing.
Right.
She pulled out her phone saying Black Lives Matter and then went back in her car and said thank you. It didn't even support anybody. That's what I feel like the rest of everybody else is doing. It's just pandering and virtue signaling and destroying everybody else's stuff, expecting a free handout.
Now, okay.
I can't stand pathetic people. I'm sorry, but I can't.
Now, do you think that a lot of America has gotten pathetic, looking towards pandering and different guilt trips, or literally they just need to actually just grow up? What's your thoughts about that? Because
I think
go ahead.
I think what happened was that no one wanted to be seen as racist, but now they're seeing the destruction behind it, so they kind of got red pilled in a way. So I think from now on, I think we went through a giant reset, you know, a giant red pilling. And people was like, oh, America's going to crash. America's going to crash. I said, no, it's not. I said, if anything, this stuff is going to be like Rodney King on steroids. Because when that happened, you had the rooftop Koreans and you had Republicans for like almost 20 years. I said, this is going to be another one. And I said, this is going to be worse because if you think that was bad, this is going to be worse because you actually destroyed multiple cities. And guess what? People want law and order and people want to go back to work. So a lot of people who want that victim mentality, well, you're going to have to wake up and smell the ashes.
Okay.
And I've seen a lot of people. I just came out from a store and I was doing a mask. They tried to tell me to wear a mask. I said no. And for me as a black guy, I said, oh, I thought Black Lives Matter. They had nothing to say. I said, you see what's wrong here? Mm-hmm. I said, I don't have to wear a mask because I'm black, but you have to wear a mask because you're white. You see what's wrong here? And they said, oh, wow, that is true. Yeah, this is stupid. They took their mask off.
Huh. So,
ain't that something?
So, in saying that, do you feel like it? Like when I'm asking, but I'm seeing. What about the others? The other anomalies? Like I get, you're saying that it's nothing wrong. You're saying there's nothing wrong with the laws, nothing wrong with the system. It's just the people making set excuses.
No. Yeah, every time you have a cop that kills a black person and the black person is usually committing some said crime. George Floyd was passing out fake dollar bills. Dude in Atlanta took the cop's taser and almost shot the cop with his own taser and almost killed him. Freddie Gray ran away from the cops and threw hands. So did Trayvon Martin.
Wait, Trayvon Martin.
Michael Brown was
Trayvon Martin.
Trayvon Martin
was a fighting cop.
Yeah,
that wasn't a cop.
But he whooped Zimmerman's butt though. He threw hands no matter what.
Zimmerman had
a gun. He threw hands, got shot.
Yeah, but Zimmerman had a gun.
Either way, yeah. Zimmerman could have just threw hands back or, took the L and walked away. I don't know what was wrong with him.
Well, the thing about
it's a crappy situation.
Well, I'm just saying, but that right there, you can't have a gun and walk behind.
I agree.
Somebody. You can't do that.
I agree. That's all I was saying. That's what I said. He should have took the whooping and walked away.
Now, so
I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, now, and looking at a lot of those stuff, you don't think some of those things were a little bit off, like the nailing on somebody's neck? That ain't off. Like even in wrestling, those are illegal chokeholds when you come down on somebody's neck. Because even a certain type of way. The man was peeing on himself. I think after that point, you kind of learn how to like.
Who? George Floyd.
That was George Floyd. Now
I'll give you something. I did mixed martial arts. When you're choking and you can't breathe, you can't talk. Your esophagus is crushed. You can't talk. You can't get anything out. Your voice box is crushed.
Okay.
Now, he was high. He was crashing. Big time. I've seen people crash before my eyes on overdose.
So
homeless.
Now
it was the exact same reaction.
Now you're saying. Now I want you to understand what you're just saying. Now you're saying that there was nothing wrong with that. Like literally, there got to be something.
What
wrong.
I'm saying is, two wrongs don't make a right. What I'm saying is that you can avoid a lot of set situations by just not getting into the situation in the first place. I've had a ton of run-ins with cops. Guess what? I treated them with respect, and I went on about my way. Had I been arrested, okay, I go fight that in court, get me a legal representation, fight the court, win the case, sue the police department, sue the city, get my stuff, and keep it moving. That's what they could have done. But instead, they took it up to another level. The cops also aggravated it too, and look where we are. As I said, I always say this. I said, you burned down half of your country over two dummies. A cop that was power hungry and a dumb dude that was high. And I'm just being real.
Okay. Now, like I said, and everybody has their own right to opinions. Like I said, I corrected on some of the stuff. Like I said, I don't agree with the Zimmerman thing. Citizens don't have no right to arrest people unless if you don't understand how citizens arrest work, don't do it. Everybody don't need a gun to think that they're going to start doing their own brand of justice, because your ass will go to prison for that. For the most part, Zimmerman was an anomaly. With that one.
Real good legal representation. I'll put it that way because I remember the whole thing. Yeah, okay. Real good representation. That's the only case. Otherwise, he would have never been acquitted. But it also too, his witnesses were lackluster too. So
okay, that's probably that is fair to say that he didn't have the best lawyer. He had better lawyers, and the people that were speaking on the stand, they weren't.
Yeah, they just sucked.
They weren't coached properly. So I can't go back. I mean, I can't go back in time to change any of that. But to me, I do feel like there are some stuff in the system that definitely need to be reprimanded. We definitely have some stuff that need to be looked at. Some police immunity, I'm not for that. I'm a soldier, and I don't even have immunity. So why should the cops get immunity? That's stupid. Nobody should be immune to the law. Nobody should be.
I think the intention was a right to a fair trial, but it's a loophole.
See,
if they can close the loophole, it'll work. It'll work if they close the loophole. It's a legal loophole. I forgot what it was, but I know what you're saying. The police immunity is basically you don't have to get double charged, which causes double jeopardy, which gives you the right to a fair trial. But in results, some of the trials are just not fair because it's skewed off because the police have such good lawyers and legal representation. The average person doesn't. When you get appointed to a lawyer, you don't know what you're going to get. You could get a lawyer that might have been paid off to prosecute you, even though it's supposed to be labeled as a defense.
Right.
You have nothing to help yourself to get leverage. That's not a right to a fair trial. If we can get rid of that loophole somehow, some way, without violating the rights of others or any party, or without having an overreach of the legislative and or judicial branches, we're fine.
Okay.
That's how law works.
Now, question. Now, stepping away, like I said, I know we don't want to go over 30 minutes for you. You're a tractor trailer driver. And I know you also are looking at starting a family.
Yeah.
A lot of men and a lot of young individuals believe that there's no point in doing a family. There's no point in doing a family. They feel like, hey, they're better off, being on their own independent agency. Is that not a good idea?
Depends on what God calls you for. You know,
I agree.
sometimes you have a gift of singleness. Sometimes you have the gift. If you're
True.
burning with passion, you find a wife. If you're a woman, you're burning with passion, you get a husband. For me, I want a wife. I want a
Right.
wife that's Christian. Obviously, you cannot be unequally yoked.
True.
But the
True.
thing is that the problem with a lot of young people, they want to get girlfriends and boyfriends and have children out of that. That's out of order. That's really out of natural order. It doesn't work. Look what happened to you yesterday. Honestly, look at that. I
That is true.
mean,
Well, like I
single
said,
mom, dude, trash place. That's gonna keep happening.
no, you're right. You're right about that. I have, like, we sat down, we had a meeting about that, and like I said, I work hard. I put a lot of years. Like, YouTube is not my bread and butter. I'm not sure people actually know what I actually do. Uh, just because y'all see me sitting around in front of a camera, I'm more so on the go. I've done videos of me going to auctions. I've done videos on telling people on how to make proper investment moves. Y'all just see me sitting here chugging a beer. That's because I'm taking some rest. I do more. I the average owner possibly will put in, if they're literally on their game, we'll probably be putting in. I probably say over uh has to be over 18 hours a day. I'm being so serious because
Hmm.
you have to be there for everything. You can't leave it up to, hey, you open shop, you close shop, you this and that. This is why whenever y'all watch those videos of these restaurants or these businesses that fail, and whenever they call in the professional, they say, well, what were you doing? Well, I had this person do this, I did this, and they'll be like, first thing they'll say, no, 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 no. That's your job. That's your job. You're supposed to be here first. First one in, last one to leave. You're supposed to be micromanaging everything, even to scrubbing and washing the toilets. You're not
That's
above.
why I don't hire anybody.
Yeah, a lot of. I know people always tell me you should only hire black people. I just can't subscribe to that. I hire the best man or woman for the job. That's just it. We just
I don't
hire.
hire based on race.
Right? Yeah, if you hire based on race, you're
I
kind.
hire based on
That is very hard to do.
I
You're going to be handicapping yourself. I would agree with that. You're going to be handicapping yourself very much so.
it's just like the whole black owned business thing, you know. Oh, I'm black owned. No, I'm just a business. All right. I pander to everybody. I'm a Christian business. I hold Christian values, biblical values, and I do business with everyone. Does that mean I like you? No, but I'll do business with you. As long as we're fair and understand their agreement, shouldn't be no issues, right? So if you can't hold up on your agreement, why should I do business with you?
now there's a lot of
You know, be
different.
wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove.
Mm. I would want to ask you. You have a lot of people who are coming into, um, they're coming into the U.S. and they're fighting and they're competing. Um, what would you want to tell other people? Like, hey, man, like you need to take this more serious. Like, these people aren't
Who already
people that are coming in from Africa and different other places. You may think that they're going to be for you, but literally they're competing against you also. Or
hmm
is that off the mark?
It's a mix. It's a mix. It's like they're not really paying attention to you. And if they are, they're doing what not to do. I'll put it that way. And I've heard it from Africans. They don't really care about black Americans like that. They come here, they do what they need to do, and they go home. They send their money back to their family, get their family over here, and that's just that. You know,
I think one of the things about it.
I
And,
take the immigrant mentality, man. I put it this way: I compete against Black Americans.
mhm.
You know, if you're not doing anything, I'm a steamroll you. I'm not your brother. I'm not any of that. I am your direct competitor.
I would want to tell y'all I want to tell y'all. I want to tell y'all this. For somebody asking BMT, how does your channel grow? You know what I'm saying? And I always tell them, I said, well, mine's is not. Yeah, you see me as a black man up here, but for the most part, majority of the people that pay me outside of YouTube to do the stuff that I do, they're not blacks. They're not.
Same.
They're not. Like
Most of my people are Africans.
Yeah.
They're not Black Americans. They're Africans.
I
There's
got
very little of them.
Ethiopians. I had people from
Yeah,
Arab area.
Eritreans, Somalians.
Yeah, like the people that don't like, they'll pull if they recognize you for your works, they'll pull you aside and say, "Hey,
Immigrants are skills based."
They look at they. I think that's the thing that we probably need to talk about. They look at the skill of the person, not so much. They don't give a shit for your talking points. They would just want to know about what's your skill base, because right now it's a race to what skills you have.
I'll put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best way to describe it. So I was at this restaurant I used to work at. Before I went to Iowa, and it was a mix of Black Americans, whites, and Hispanic. Mm-hmm. The best people I ever worked with are all Hispanic. They're all people from what's that country? What's that country with MS-13 in it?
Mexico?
No, not Mexico. It's the other one. Yeah.
El Salvador?
Yeah, El Salvador. Yep, El Salvador. They're Salvadorians. And I work with them. The only two black guys there, not outside my boss, they're on the line. It was three. All of them wanted to make fun of me and stuff because I was so different. I say, and I personally made a note to myself. I said, look, these guys only care about what they get, because they always say, oh, how much pussy you get? This, not the other. I don't ever tell anybody because it's none of their business. I don't go bragging around how much sex I have. None of anybody's business. Don't ask, don't tell. That's my policy. It's not about how many women I get around. I wasn't there for women. But the whole point is the best work ethic I ever had was with Salvadorians. And they taught me everything. I learned how to make Greek marinara and everything. And I had really zero problems with them. I pretty much learned their language at the time and figured out what they were saying. They should speak English, but they did everything in Spanish to me.
Yeah.
And I figured it out. And I practically became one of them. They even invited me to their own restaurant. Gave me free food, free ceviche and everything. But the black guys, remember this guy, his name was Joe. And the guy would lie on me, lie to me, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what for. He was around my age too. And I was like, I don't know what for. It's stupid. I say one thing, he'll go around and spread a rumor about me. And I said quickly, you know what? These guys, I don't hang with these guys. I hang with the Salvadorians and go home.
But I know we're pressed for time. Yeah. But I want to tell y'all guys, like I said, because I know sometimes that's why I rock heavy with Zardell. We don't always agree. We don't. We have different methodologies, but I know where he comes from, and I know that journey that he's walking as a lone wolf, and that's how it is for me. That's like when people be saying like BMT your views and this and that. I'll be like, listen, man, like
I don't care.
I don't care. Like I don't care. Like the stuff and content that I do. I mean, I don't have no problem getting people from all diasporas of the world to come on my panel because of what I can do and what I talk about. It's not for me to go do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all really want to actually start making splash in the world, listen, man, y'all going to have to start understanding that, listen, unless you got something worth them noticing, they're just going to pass you. I agree. Master your craft. I focus on my craft. It's just like it's like learning a martial arts.
Yeah.
You listen, man. They could be learning the crane style over there, but you right now, you in the school for the toad style. You know what I'm saying? But you're like, oh man, they over there and they eating sushi every night. Okay, you over here and we're having you eat rice and celery.
Vegetables.
You know what I'm saying? Well, they listen. Are you trying to master the Toad style, or do you want to watch what they do from the goddamn reeds? Like, get your
It's like
behind and hit that doggone bamboo and shut up. And that's how
and the
that's to
thing
be.
is, one guy I witnessed in the barbecue world, he wanted to start his own pop-up because he used to work at some of the world-renowned barbecue restaurants, and he doesn't have a decade of barbecue like I do. Growing up, learning under my father and under his tutelage. He went from a high school teacher into the restaurants. Going straight into barbecue. Not really much background on it. He got out of there, got his clout and stuff on Instagram, a little bit of followers and stuff. So he decided to go back to Chicago and stuff. And I'm thinking in my mind, I said, dude, there's barbecue businesses have been there for 20, 30 years. Honestly, longer than that, 50 years. I said, it's already there, and they already got the equipment necessary and needed. I told him, I said, you need to, A, go talk to those people, and B, start small. This fool said, I know what I'm doing, went and bought a 1,000-gallon smoker. Starting out on skids. So it's not mobile. He's in one spot. I said, dude, you're going to fail. He's like, I know what I want. 2 months later, I'm going to send you the video link, BMT. 2 months later, this dude is crying, saying, it's okay to fail. I said, dude, I told you. I told you he was going to crash and burn.
But
I said, you want some wisdom?
We could do a video on that because I think that's sometimes there's a lesson. We could pull a lesson from that because sometimes I be trying to tell. I watch a lot of people when they come on. I got LLC or I got this and I got that, and I'm like, and I would always ask them, how long have you been in? What are you doing?
Yeah, I've been in barbecue over a decade. I just made a post on Facebook, the evolution of my smokers.
Like y'all
I went from a small. I've been in barbecue for a decade. That's the thing about me. It's like I've been around. I just don't talk about it. I don't brag about it. But I've been around. And I think that's why. I think that's why people don't listen to me on your panels. They think because of my age.
Yeah, trust me. I get that a lot where they try to sun me, and I'm like, successful young business owner.
Yeah, why I need you?
I'm like, why do I need to talk to you for? Trust me, I'm already influential in my own circle,
right?
And like I said, I don't mind sitting down. I don't mind having the accountability talk, and I think that's
I just noticed something. This is the first time I'm actually off on your show. All the other times I was working.
Yeah, you've always been working, and
this is the first time I actually been off on your show.
No, that's true. Like I said, this is the first time I ever seen your truck rolling while you're on the show. Like this is the first time ever. And I try to tell that to people. Like, understand this, man. We're now and what's going on, Nacho? I see you back. I'm gonna have a talk with Nacho. And another show. I'm probably gonna have a talk with Nacho, and we're gonna do one that's gonna be called Buckling the Broncos. Where I want to talk with Nacho and talk with Zardell and literally we want to have the discussion about, Nacho, you got some people that want to actually do shows with you. I could set you up for some shows. We could go around. I could set you up with a whole goddamn thing where people want to talk to y'all about, letting y'all know about, stuff from different cultures and different mindsets. So let me know, Nacho. Y'all already know. If y'all want to get my email, like I said, if y'all coach, like I said, it's y'all can have the discussion. I'm a little bit over it on these talks. Like, what's going on? Likewise,
I definitely. What's up, bro? What's up? Likewise.
Like I said, at this point in the game, because y'all gotta understand, like,
you already know how I feel, BMT.
I know.
Every time I told you.
I know. I hate giving you the told you so. Like, I've been homeless before, man. Like, and being a self-made man that I am, like, I did it, man. So it's like when other people try to come at me with the sauce, I'm like, I'm just not.
Miss me with the BS.
You gotta have to, because I'm like, yo, dude, like nobody taught me how to be a Jedi. Like, bro, like I just found a guy. I just literally just bust. I got me a half working lightsaber that worked and shit. I flipped that, got me a dual bladed saber and a dagger, and doggone just ran with it and just said, you know what? Either I'm gonna make this shit work or not. Like that was all there was to it. Like, and honestly, that's how it's gonna be for a lot of y'all that are gonna be coming up. If y'all literally are going to survive Jumanji, and I'm going to title it Jumanji. If you're going to survive Jumanji, y'all better learn real quick, like Alan had to learn. So
I
pretty much real quick.
I pretty much learned how to dry drown people with information. You've seen that too.
Mm.
I learned how to dry drown you real quick. Because remember 2017 when I started doing the Trump thing?
Yeah.
When he first got into office and stuff, I used to have 6,000 followers. I said, I'm going to dry drown a lot of people. I reached Brandon Tatum. I reached ABL. I almost reached Candace Owens. I came close to Trump too.
So, I like I said, I've had a lot of conversations. I've talked with all sides of all the diasporas, the MAGA Nation. I talked to the pro-blacks, the Hebrews, the Jews, the Dreamers. I've talked with everybody.
I'm mostly with business people and Asians.
And like I said, I've talked with everybody.
I've talked with Asians a lot.
Most of my cultural talk, believe it or not, they're not even on YouTube. They're actually when I'm doing gaming. When I'm doing gaming and I'm talking with other gamers, and
we're just on.
I got PlayStation and Xbox. I'm a gamer.
See me on Xbox because I'm going to body you.
Okay, whatever. You think you got the sauce? I got to figure out.
I'm gonna give you all that smoke.
If I can figure out how to, I got to figure out how to showcase my Xbox gaming.
Or straight drag you on Tekken.
Oh God, everybody thinks they're a Tekken god these days.
Bro, I'm gonna drag you with Kazuya, and you already know I'm a body you. You easy.
That's fine. That's fine. Another Mishima can put in the coffin.
You gonna bite the dust today?
But literally, I'm gonna see you guys later. Much love. Email me, guys. Let's set up some shows. I'll talk with y'all. I'm gonna see if I can get Zardell, likewise, and Nacho, and a lot of them on to literally say, I want to have a talk with them. With everyone saying, no excuse, no free handouts, and I want to hear the talk about it. So let's see.
Likewise, he getting on everybody.
Likewise, did it. Datu does that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, he's cool. So, like I said, likewise, this
other day.
What is a good editing program? Damn, what is a good editing program? I have to go look it up for you. Like I said, you have to ask one of my people that do the edit. Like he said, like I said, oh yeah, okay, likewise,
boy.
So, like I said, I'm gonna definitely hit you up. I could go ahead and find that for you, Nacho. Usually they got a lot of editing programs for free. I can find you one. But I'm gonna see you guys. It is literally over my time. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Thank you, Z.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys.
Peace.
All right, I'm out.